Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's continue to talk about the new stat stack system that was upgraded in JP recently. In the previous video, I did kind of my first impressions of it. And then we looked at accessories and armor. In this video, I wanted to look at weapons. But before that, I got more numbers for how the stats will stack with each other. So I'll put those up here. HP we proved in the previous video because I equipped some things onto Sasayaki. But the second highest HP value that you have on one of your pieces of equipment will give you 50% of the max, and then the third will give you 30%. This is one of the better stats to pay attention to when equipping multiple things, especially for a character like Sasayaki, where it's just her resistances and then her HP, I think, are all you need to worry about. Defense and Spirit, however, they will do much less in their second and third highest values, so it might not be worth going after beyond the first. If you're just equipping your guys for something else and then you happen to have a nice defense or spirit value on the second highest, then you'll get maybe like a couple points, but yeah, even if something gives you 10 defense, which is pretty good, it'll still end up being only 2 if it's the second highest value. Accuracy and evade, though, those are also pretty good, the second tier at least. Third is still something, so yeah, you could build a character totally for accuracy. And then evade, even if it's a difference of like, 5 or 3 points, I think that's still pretty good. So you might want to build all the way down for evade. And then agility, there's currently only one non-TMR which will give you agility, and that is a fist, which will give you 5 agility. And then I tested it, and then it looks like the second highest value will get either 50 or 40% of the max value. And then the third is unknown, because there's no way that we can equip 3 things which will give you agility at the moment. Okay, but now that we have those numbers out of the way, let's talk about weapons. There's a lot of weapons, so I'm going to be brief on most of the stuff. And in fact, I'll just pick up a few things that kind of interested me. Maybe that would be worth crafting after this update. First, let's talk about daggers. We have the Mage Mesher. All 3 versions of this are good, actually. Assault's got the high attack, Aim's got the nice accuracy, Critical's got the nice critical. You can go for any of these. And then if you're going to go for Vineta, I think you definitely want to make this. She's a very strong attacker, so of course you want to buff her attack as much as possible. But there's also the Mine Gouge, which you can buy from the shop, and has not had a farming event yet in JP, so you might want to start buying that now. But this has a dodge type, which can get up to 20 evade, which is very crazy. And then with this update, you can use your weapon, Mine Gouge, get the 20 evade, and then maybe get the Sage's Hat plus 5. The plus 5 will give you additional bonus evade, and then from the 19 base value, you'll get 40% of that. So that's almost 10 there. And then you can use a Trustmaster, which will give you like another 10 evade or so. You'll get 20% from that. And then you can give all the usual stuff, the Tetrasylphid, the Shiva, and get your evade very, very high. But as we can see with the dodge version, the attack only goes up to 88. So then I think you're really going to want to make the plus 5 of this. That's going to be tough though, buying 63 recipes from the shop at 1 million each, so hopefully there's a farming event coming sometime. Okay, next let's talk about swords. Lots of swords. I think the sleep sword you would want to get, but you don't need to make a +1 of that, so that actually makes it one of the easier ones to make. Oh, guess I don't have it. Oh, here we are. We'll just look at this. But I would really recommend the magic version of this. This can get to 126. That is the highest magic value for a sword. And then it has the sleep ability, which can maybe go on to opponents if you hit them with a normal attack. If you know me, you know that I love the status effects on weapons, so I'd be interested to make a magic +0 version of this to level 50. Okay, another interesting sword would be the Nagnarok Assault. I think everybody would want to make that. Probably most people already have. And then there's the Ice Brand. I've made the Assault version here, but actually I think the Critical is better. You get the ice damage up for raising it to level 50, and then if you make a plus version, then you'll get the slash damage up. So that could make up the difference, maybe the 20 attack difference. I do like the critical version better because it has both accuracy and critical, while this assault version has really neither. Okay, and then there are great swords. I don't think I'll talk about these at all. The Golden Blade Assault, that's probably what you want. That's all I have to say there. And then Katanas, not too much to say there either. The Osafune, which is the SSR, or the MR rather. All the versions are good, so you can get whatever you like. Next is the Staff, and then probably a lot of people right now are farming the Platinum Staff. They have a magic and a dodge version, and both are good. You can get the one that you want, or you can get both if you like. But more interesting than that is the Healing Rod. I have the magic version here, but I think the Vital is better. At max it will give you 200 HP. And then that doesn't sound like a lot, especially if it's the second highest or third highest HP value that you have. But keep in mind that all multipliers that you will get will be applied to that 200 HP as well. So that can be really good. And then you can make up the difference in magic again by getting the +5 of this. And that won't be too hard since it's an SR equipment. And then this might be the best weapon for Inori, or Prayer, or Grace. Because she's also that type like Sasayaki with low HP, but high resistances. So you can give this to her, raise her HP which you want, and then also have a decent rod. And then also it has an active ability which you get at 3 stars or higher, Cura. So that can be especially good on characters that don't have healing, like green mages or Mediana or something. Okay, next are bows. And then here is the rune bow. Let's see if I have it. No, I don't. I like the aim the most, I think. Attack is okay at 86, but accuracy 28. That's very insane for a weapon. So against evade teams, this could be a pretty good one. And then there's also the great bow. Here it is. And then for the great bow, I like the critical. This has attack 111, which is actually higher than the aim rune bow, but also has critical 15, accuracy 6, so kind of a well-rounded bow, and then also pretty good attack as well. And then also SR, so easier to get to +5. Okay, next are axes. This one too I'm not going to really talk about. You want the golden axe, and then either assault or critical. Those will both be fine for you. Next, let's talk about lances. The Ice Lance, which is also going on now in Global. There it is. You can go either critical or assault. I think both would be good. But maybe more interesting is the Dragon Lance here. I have the assault, but I think actually the other two versions are better. Critical will give you a critical of 28, which is insane, and then attack 93, which is not that different from this. And then the aim, this has lower attack 81, but accuracy plus 28. That's like Excalibur level. That will also make you an evade character hunter, so that would also be interesting. This event I don't believe has come back in JP. Next time it does come around, I might make a couple of those. Okay, next are guns. Rasa El Gethi, you can go for any of them, just depends on what you want. But there is the Vega. Where is that? There we go. This one has an aim one, which is really good. Accuracy 22. Also, this could be a good evade hunter. Attack of 104, but yet again, it's an SR, so easy to get to +5. As you can see, it's got the projectile attack up 13, so that's nice. Okay, next let's talk about maces. And then the mithril mace, this has dodge. So this could be nice to help the survivability of Mashiri, or in the future Irudira, the water calculator. Dodge 13, that's pretty good for a craftable weapon. And then you can combine this with Sage's Hat, maybe Ribbon in the future, stuff like that. And then there's the Platinum Mace. The magic version will give you more magic, of course. But then there's an Assault version, which has 138 attack. That could be interesting for a future unreleased character, which I'm just imagining right now. But like the old school paladins, you know, that like have that, you know, sort of like tin can looking helmet and then like the big cross on their chest, where they're casting like, you know, white magic, but also just hitting guys with their mace. That one could be a good one for them. Okay, and then we have claws. Here's the cat claw. This one's interesting because this is one of the very few craftable weapons with agility, but this will give you 5, and then also evade 5. And then that evade and agility +5, that's across all of the versions, but the assault is kind of the only version that is any good of this fist. And then there is the mithril claw. There we go. This one has a very nice aim version. We can see that this has accuracy 20, so again, this could be an evade character hunter. And then not a giant difference in attack, 81 versus 117 from the Assault Catclaw. Also, you can make that up with the SR being easy to make to +5. And then finally we have Ninja Blades. Sasuke's Katana, I don't remember if I have that or not. But you can go either critical or assault. Both have their benefits. And then there is the SR version. And this one actually, the Vital, might be the most interesting. It'll give you 161 HP, very good for a craftable weapon. And then attack is still respectable at 142. So if you didn't want to farm the Sasuke's Katana, you can go for this guy instead. Okay, so that was a look at weapons, and then also a rundown of the numbers when you're combining different equipment, and then looking at the stat stacking. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.